All right, I'm going to ask you a favor. Next time you get impressed by somebody's successes, somebody's skills, abilities, please don't tell them that they have a natural talent. You might think that you're complimenting the person, but you're not. You don't want to have natural talent. You don't want to be born with it or have the right genes. Having the right gene sucks. Well, not really. But having your skills labeled as the right genes, that sucks. Why? Because it takes away all the efforts that you've invested on these skills, on these abilities, on your successes. It takes everything away from you. How can I exemplify this? During my research years, my colleagues and I attended many conferences, big and small. And let's be honest, most of these talks, most of these speakers were extremely boring. In Spanish, we sometimes say that it's as boring as dancing with your own sister. That's what they were. But one big name biologist stuck out from this crowd. I want to remember it was Bob Weinberg, a great cancer researcher. Apart from his great work within the field of cancer research, he was a rock star on stage when he would present his results. He did it with such an ease and well-structured cleverness that you'd think that he was improvising a conversation on stage. He made his research sound so easy and interesting, leaving you wanting more science talk. Anyway, I remember the conversations afterwards during the coffee break. People were flabbergasted by these presentation skills. They would say things like, oh, he's a natural, or he's made for talking. His genes are full of presentation skills. Probably they didn't say that, but anyway, you see the picture. It must be great being born with such charisma. But that's not the reality. The reality is that just like most great presenters out there, 99.9% of them, I just made up that number, but still, most of them, Bob Weinberg probably made it his thing to create a show for his audience. He spent hours practicing, adjusting the presentation until he got it just right. Telling him that he's a natural neglects years of experience, hard work, and optimizing. To be honest, I think these type of comments are quite selfish. They make you, as the audience, feel better about yourself, about your lack of presentation skills. That's it. But we've probably all been there. I mean, haven't you? Have you ever caught yourself telling somebody that they are naturals, that got it in the genes, or somebody else? It's interesting stuff, because in the end, we love this type of stories. We're obsessed with these natural talent success stories because, in a way, they release us from our responsibilities to improve. They give us an excuse as to why we're not at that level and probably will never reach there. It's more about ourselves than about Bob. This type of mindset is called a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is like thinking that your abilities and skills are set in stone. You're either born with it or you're not. It's the belief that you have a fixed set of talent, and that's that. So in other words, if you're good at something, great, you're a natural. But if you're not, well, then tough luck. This mindset tends to avoid challenges. It hates efforts. And, it sees failures as a disaster. People with a fixed mindset, they get pretty defensive whenever somebody gives them feedback. Having that mindset is like saying, I am what I am, and that's all I'll ever be. A growth mindset is believing in the power of yet. With a growth mindset, you believe you can develop your abilities, skills, intelligence by effort, by learning, by perseverance. So you might not be a pro at something yet, but with some time, with some practice, with a little bit of grit, you can reach there. And with a growth mindset, you see challenges as a learning opportunity. Failure is just a part of it. You don't mind it because you know it's just a part of the whole process to getting where you want to get. So contrary to a fixed mindset, a growth mindset embraces feedback because it knows that it's a learning opportunity. It's like saying, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there, and I will get better with time and dedication. You own your abilities. So next time you find somebody that has achieved great success or have amazing abilities or skills, don't tell them that they have it in the genes, that they are naturals, that they're born with it. Let's ditch the fixed mindset. It's just destructive. Let's instead introduce the growth mindset. Here's the deal. I want this channel to be a hub for growth, effective communication, and independent thinking. If you're up for that challenge, then hit the subscribe button and join our community of people who want to develop a growth mindset. And don't forget to share in the comments below if you've ever experienced somebody, or yourself maybe, giving compliments like natural talents in the genes, born with it. I'm interested. Anyway, we're in it together. We're growing together. We're becoming the best versions of ourselves. Let's stick with that. And until next time, peace.